What is up, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another video. Today we are gonna be looking at a new product from OneCarStereo. It's a navigation system with tire pressure monitoring and a remote for motorcycles. And this time I'm not working on any of my bikes. I am working on the boss's bike. I'm here at work in the warehouse and we are actually working on the boss's bike. Now, yeah, it's gonna be an interesting day working on his bike. I should put this away because I still want to have a job here. 1 second. There we go. So today we are going to be looking at the OneCarStereo L200 unit, which is a navigation system with intelligent car machine motorcycle. The Chinese love their names. All right, first of all, the box. We have motorcycle intelligent car machine. Like I've said, the Chinese really love their naming schemes. So on this hand side, we got AI voice monitoring, tire pressure monitoring, motorcycle navigation, 6-glass lens. I think this box is supposed to be for something that has cameras, but this one doesn't. Sinos chip, mobile internet, of course, you have it on your phone, real-time positioning. That's the GPS. Anyway, let's get in the box. I'm more interested in what's in the box and how it works than what it says. So we got our user manual and how to connect everything to everything. It's nicely printed, it's colored, the English seems fine. We got a 6.23-inch large screen display. Resolution is 1560 by 720 pixels, IPS. It's nice that it's IPS, especially on a motorcycle in the sunlight. Next we have the unit itself. Let's take out all of this plastic. And take it out. All right, so the unit, it's making a mess here. The unit itself. It's a pretty nice unit. It's not too big, it's not too small. The screen should be large enough. It's got a RAM style mount on the back, and we have the power connector and a connector for the remote. We do have a remote with this one. Let's put the unit here. It does feel pretty sturdy built. And a lot of screws holding it together. I like to see that. We've got the power connector with a plus and minus connection, and it has an accessory connection to power it on. Now, normally I like to see this in yellow, and normally it is in yellow, the accessory, and red and black is the plus and minus. They've done it here backwards with yellow being the plus and black being the ground and red being the accessory, but at least everything is labeled. It's nicely labeled. So even though they did it backwards, at least they tell you what they did. Moving on, we got ourselves a RAM ball mount with all kinds of thicknesses for different kinds of handlebars. A couple of zip ties. We've got some tire pressure sensors. Are they marked front and rear, or do you have to remember? No, they are not marked front and rear, so we're going to have to pair them front and rear. Got to be careful with how you pair them. What else? We got the remote. Connects through a jack, that's interesting. And we got the remote with a couple of buttons to control the unit without actually having to touch the touchscreen. I'm also going to test out the touchscreen with gloves because being on a motorcycle, it has to work with gloves. And also we have a RAM connection with a security Torx. I like to see that being included because it's going on a motorcycle. It's metal, feels heavy duty, and we have a security Torx and the key that comes with it. So let's get to mounting this thing, and then we're gonna try it out. Now, first thing I want to get sorted is power for the unit. We got to take off the seats. One Mississippi and two Mississippi. This one is actually equipped with a heated seat, so we have to take this connector off. Nice waterproof connector. Good on QJ. Yeah, in case you were wondering, this is a QJ SRT 800 SX, the boss's pride and joy, and we're gonna try not to break it. We're gonna try. Not necessarily gonna succeed, but we're gonna try. What can we have here? We got here, oh, we got the rear tail light. Yep, we got the rear tail light. Have 3 plugs. One purple and one with red and white. Which is which? But let's see, purple and black. We got nothing. Then red and white and black. Yes, red and white and black is the rear light, and probably purple is the brake light. So we got our wire, red and white. This is the wire we are going to tap to get our signal. All right, so I am going to be using one of these self-crimping connectors. I'm going to try it out for the first time, one of these things. Never used it before, but we're definitely going to give it a try. We need to put the yellow wire inside. Come on. This is a bit of a faff. Let's try and disconnect it. Maybe I'll have some more leverage. Okay. I need to open it up. Get the wire in. All right, so one wire is in, and I need the other one. Okay, this one goes here. This one. Oh, come on. Wiring. It's nice if you know what you're doing, but if you don't, it's a bit interesting. All right, and now I'm supposed to put the wire here, hold it somehow, and then use the pliers to basically get this. All right, I'm gonna hold it. Okay, so I can put it in this position. All right. Stick this in all the way to the other end and squeeze. And yeah, I think it's crimped. Is it crimped? It's crimped. Only way to test it, all right, let's close this connector off. Oh yeah, these kinds of connectors, they will void your warranty. So don't rely on those if you want to mount it yourself. Talk to your manufacturer, talk to the people you bought your bike from, because these will void your warranty. They're not accepted. But me working here and this being the boss's bike, basically I am the warranty. So we got ground, we got B+. Let's connect them. Screwdriver, and minus goes on the minus. And then we're gonna bring the unit in and see if it fires up when we put the ignition on. That's what I want it to happen. All right, that's done. Bring the unit in. Power is connected. And ignition on. And there it goes. It starts up. So we have all of the electrical connections are properly mounted, and as they should be. Good. So work here is done. Okay, so next on the list, I am gonna feed this cable through the fairing, and I think I'm gonna route it through here and up to the dashboard through here. It's gonna be an interesting session of cable feeding. that is it. So I got my power cables running through the left-hand side of the bike. They come up to the front under the fairing and through the normal routing of the cables through the handlebars through here. We still have our USB plug here. We still have a normal dash, but when we put on the ignition, this lights up, this lights up. Awesome. Gloves. I need gloves. This thing better work with gloves. OneCarStereo, you better have made this thing to work with gloves. I currently don't have Android Auto connected. Let's see. Works with gloves. Bluetooth. System. Network. I think you can, yeah, restart system. You can probably update it. Good. Works with gloves. Perfect. I'm gonna have to do the tire pressure sensors. Now I didn't read the instructions for this per se, but we should be press here. Actually we need bar and we need Celsius. High temperature alarm, front wheel not bound. I think what I'm gonna do is, let's take off, where's the front wheel? Here it is. Let's take off the normal cap. Good. And front wheel. That's how you binding sensors. Oh, binding sensors start. Front wheel. Confirm. All right. I think I need the manual. It says binding. There it goes. That took a hot second. All right, rear one is also here. And let's see, start, rear wheel, confirm, come on, confirm, rear wheel sensor and binding. It does take a hot minute to get these on. It actually shows the battery voltage of the sensor. That's nice. There's also tire pressure and temperature and also the ID of the sensor. But I really like that it shows the voltage because low voltage alarm, high voltage alarm. It should let you know when the tire sensors need their batteries replacing. And yes, these batteries can be very easily replaced. You basically just unscrew the cap off and you replace the battery. It's a regular battery. Come on. It does take a hot minute. There it goes. Perfect. High voltage alarm. Let's set it to 3.2. 3.3. Good. Okay. Low voltage alarm. I don't know. It's 1.6 standard. We're going to leave it like. All right. So now we're in the settings menu. We can connect our phone here. Bluetooth name, Bluetooth enable, CPA connect, pair devices, system, restart system, network. This should be Wi-Fi for updating. About, update version, Wi-Fi. Yeah, so we could connect the device to Wi-Fi and see how everything goes. And yeah, I'm gonna put my helmet on. And we're gonna try it out because I have to connect my phone to this thing and see what happens. And when you turn it off, it turns off with the machine. Perfect. All right, so now with the unit mounted, we just turn on the bike and I do have to connect my phone to it. It's quite a pretty screen. So let's go, system, Bluetooth, pair devices. No, how do you get in pairing mode? Bluetooth enable. We should see it in pairing mode now. So it's the name is Blink 9C441E. Pair devices, available devices. Oh, there it is. Blink. Pairing, pair. Android Auto is available. There it goes. We have Android Auto. Turn on my Cardo. Can we have music? Does this work? How does it work? It's a bit sluggish. What I want to see is... Oh, this is an interesting interface. Okay. Oh, so this is like a main screen. This is a secondary screen. Yeah, we got music in the Cardo. We can use these buttons to change. We can use the buttons on the Cardo to change the music. That's good. We have the phone battery here, time, everything Android related. What does this do? Alright, so now we have a switch between your Android and your normal interface where you have your tire pressures, you have your settings and everything. Good. Let's go to Bor Station, Bucharest East. Start navigation. Let's do a bit of a navigation route with this. Let's start the bike. Now, this isn't gonna be like a review of the QJ SRT 800 at SX, but you gotta admit it's a pretty motorcycle. And now it has a little bit more connectivity. So I did tell the boss I wasn't gonna ride it, but here we are taking it out for a ride. This is his actually pride and joy motorcycle, but the L200, it's a bit low here on the dash. I might have to tinker with it a little bit to get it just a little bit tad higher, but then it might be in way of the key. But yeah, it's good visibility. We do have the buttons here. I can switch on the buttons and I can change my tire pressures. It's not straight. Come on, you know, let's get it straight. Oh yeah, now it's good. Now it's straight. First gear, let's go. So I do have the buttons here. I have to check out what all the buttons do. But it's nice having actual physical buttons on here. And yeah, it's telling me to turn left. So we are gonna make a left turn. Gotta take it easy with the boss's bike because we didn't warm it up. It's still a cold engine. We can't do a pull, and I promised him we wouldn't do a pull. But currently, the OneCarStereo L200 with all the gizmos and doodads on it is actually working very well. And all right, so we can change the music. We can start the music from the buttons on the dashboard, on the handlebar. Let's signal, and yeah, let's get going first. And change the next song and next song, and also check my tire pressures. Awesome. You know, this is quite an awesome addition to a bike like this because it really brings out certain functionality that you don't have, especially the weird one. This bike doesn't have a tire pressure monitoring system on the dashboard. We have nothing here. So being able to add tire pressure monitoring at the press of a button and just see what the pressures are when you're out on a long ride, when you're out on tour, and then having your navigation, having your music, having your phone calls all on this screen, not having to put a phone on the phone mount on the dashboard. You know, I'm really starting to enjoy all of these Android Auto devices because They make life simpler because they are made to work with with your gloves, because they're made for motorcycles. So they kind of, the makers know that people with motorcycle gloves are gonna use them, and you gotta make the screens work with gloves, and this screen actually does work very, very well with gloves, like the CARPLAY, like the Kaiji. It just works with gloves beautifully. And plus, this one actually has the addition of the added remote. On the Kaiji, I have to push a button here on top of the unit, but on this thing, one quick tap on the handlebars and I switch. Granted, the Kaiji also has a remote, but that's an optional extra. So yeah, this at $330 with just the tire pressure monitor, with just the tire pressure sensors being optional extras, is kind of a bit of a better value. Is it built any worse than the Kaiji? I don't think so. Is the screen worse? Well, looking at it from this point of view, it's very high resolution, it's very bright. Granted, it's not a particularly sunny day, but the screen looks absolutely beautiful. Now, the boss is going to use this thing, and he's going to test it out. So in case there's in case there are any problems with it in the future, I will let you guys know. But until then, I'm really liking this unit, and yeah, I can properly recommend it as a first impressions. If you want to buy one for yourself, then check the description down below. I have an affiliate link where the channel gets a small kickback if you buy a unit with my affiliate link at no extra cost to you. Also check in the description if there are any discount codes, because I'll put them there if there are any discount codes where you could maybe get it for a little bit less money. And that's about it for the OneCarStereo L200 motorcycle navigation something or other. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys enjoy these little interesting products that I get sent and I get to try out. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care out there, everyone, and ride safe. Bye!